In the wake of Israel's multi-pronged missile strikes on Iran, which targeted nuclear facilities, missile launch sites, and specific scientists and military personnel, world leaders are now calling on both nations to exercise maximum restraint. NewsNation senior correspondent Laura Ingle is live for us at United Nations headquarters there in New York City. So, Laura, Iran, we know, has already retaliated. They've launched drones at Israel, but this was truly a sophisticated, targeted attack by the Israelis.
It really was, and multi-layered as well. And as we wait for word here at the UN about when there may be a Security Council meeting, we take a look at what happened overnight, because as you mentioned, it was so sophisticated, 8 months in the making. We're talking about over 200 fighter jets targeting 100 targets inside of Iran overnight. The targets, Nichole, really went to the heart and soul of the nuclear operation in Iran, including missile infrastructure, nuclear enrichment facilities, and air defense systems and locations tied to Iran's military command. Now, Iranian state media confirms 3 of the Iranian regime's most senior military commanders were assassinated in these strikes. 6 nuclear scientists were also killed, along with multiple civilians, including children, in a strike on a residential complex in Tehran. In response, Iran launched over 100 drones toward Israel early Friday, as you mentioned. That started right around 2:40 a.m. Eastern. Most were intercepted by Israel's Iron Dome and allied defense systems in Jordan and Iraq. Israel now under a nationwide state of emergency, with tens of thousands of troops mobilized across all borders. And Iran's military is openly escalating its message, posting on its official X account this: "Remember, we didn't initiate it," followed by a direct warning. This time, our response will be lethal. Nichole?
So, Laura, what is the UN saying, and how is the U.S. positioning itself?
Yeah, we're paying very close attention to what's happening here at this building behind me. As I mentioned, we are expecting a Security Council meeting to take place in just a few hours, and hopefully we'll get word on that. The UN Secretary General is calling for maximum restraint, saying he is deeply concerned by Israel targeting nuclear sites while diplomacy was still active. But we did learn today that Iran has officially withdrawn from weekend nuclear talks with the U.S., which were scheduled for Sunday. We've been reporting on this. Iran is also calling for an emergency UN Security Council meeting, accusing Israel of violating international peace and security. And in Iraq, the prime minister met with U.S. officials today, accusing Israel of using Iraqi airspace to conduct the operation and calling the strikes a flagrant breach of international law. The U.S. repositioned 2 naval destroyers to the eastern Mediterranean and has activated THAAD missile defense systems in case Iran escalates further. And defense officials stress the U.S. did not participate in the strike, but has warned Iran not to target American forces or interests. And retired Rear Admiral Mark Montgomery tells NewsNation that while Iran's drones are largely ineffective, the greater threat is ballistic and cruise missiles, potentially launched by Iranian proxies like the Houthis in Yemen. He says that Israel's decision to strike was calculated and that their air force is equipped for a precision long-range campaign, not a ground war. Here in New York City, we just got word that the NYPD is set to hold a briefing within the next hour here in the city, and we are expecting to hear what's going to be happening at Israeli sites around the city, protecting mosques and communities. So we'll bring you more when we learn it from the NYPD. Nichole?
All right, Laura Ingle live on the ground for us there in New York. Thank you. All right, let's head to Capitol Hill now.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.